Hey everybody, make sure that you are on part 2 for this video. Okay, and again, make sure that your volume is up. I'll write that. You've got to show all your work that we do together on the left-hand side, and then do the right-hand. Keep in mind, I've got cues in the video to make sure you're listening. So we want to listen. Okay? All right. So the first one is about correlation coefficient, and need a highlighter. Let's highlight correlation coefficient. And the correlation coefficient is the R value. So right here, I want you to write R value. So you're going to do this in Desmos, because in order to get the correlation coefficient, you've got to put your line of best fit in Desmos. And notice it says linear, so it's a line of best fit. So you're going to put this in the table in Desmos. This would be your X and this would be your Y in the table. And then you're going to type in Y1. You're going to type the tilde. You got to make sure you don't type an equal sign because it won't work. The tilde. M X1 plus B. Okay, and when you type that in, there's going to be a box that comes down at the bottom. And for this particular problem where you're just looking for the correlation coefficient, that is the R value. So your answer is 0.9822, which means the closer it is to 1 or -1, that is a strong correlation. So write strong correlation here and put a box around 0.9822. Midpoint is something we did not cover in class. Midpoint, the first 3 letters here say mid, and that is the middle of the line. It's the middle of the line. So you got to be very careful when you're reading these, because sometimes they'll give you the 2 endpoints and ask you to find the middle, and other times they'll give you an endpoint and the midpoint and you have to find the other endpoint. So notice here it says M is the middle of KL, and notice they give you the middle. They do not give you the end point. So we're going to do this on graph paper together. I think graph paper came in your packet. And what you're going to want to do is go ahead and make your coordinate plane, an X and Y axis. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to put the 0.5, -2 and label it. 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to label this with an M. The reason why, this is the midpoint, and that's important. It's not an endpoint, it's a midpoint. Okay. Next, it gives us L, which is one of the endpoints at 3, 6. So this is one of your endpoints at 3, 6. And then notice it says, what are the coordinates of K, which is the other endpoint in this situation. So think about a line that we have here, and you can get a ruler and draw a line. So we've got an endpoint and then the middle of the line. So we know that the other end is going to be down here somewhere. So how do we get this exactly? Well, the best way to do it is count down and over and then do it again. So if I count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I counted down 8 and then over 2. So if I want to find another line just like it, I'm going to count down 8 and over 2 again. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. and over 2, and that gives us the other end of the line with M being the middle. So this is the point we're looking for, and now I just need to figure out what that coordinate is. So I'm going to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the negative direction. So the coordinates of K, which is the other endpoint, are 7, negative 10, and that is the answer. And I'll say one more time, be very careful in your problems. Sometimes they'll give you the 2 endpoints and ask you to find the middle, and sometimes they'll give you the endpoint and the middle and ask you to find the other end. But definitely want to do this on graph paper. Okay. Line of best fit. Notice it says here using the line of best fit. So let's highlight that. Oh, and by the way, I missed my prompts. So if you're listening, you're going to want to put a star next to number 1. Draw a heart next to number 2. And now we're on number 3, line of best fit. Don't forget, for the line of best fit, you're going to put this in Desmos in the table.